Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video on the build bench, which is our new channel for mostly PC related things, some other tech reviews, some other product unboxings, so on and so forth. But for today's first video, I thought I'd take you through an unboxing as such. We're in the process, as you can tell over there, of building a test bench for the channel, obviously. So we ordered this motherboard and this Ryzen processor from a company in the UK based out of Hull, I think, called GPUsed. Now, I've never ordered from them before. They primarily sell graphics cards, and they also buy graphics cards and other parts of people, but they do sell motherboards, CPUs, power supplies, storage, RAM, you name it really. So I thought for this video we would show you how it came boxed. I explain like how easy it was to get the purchase through, how long it took to arrive, so on and so forth. So that is the box, obviously, for the motherboard there. It's arrived in just a cardboard box like that, with a bit of paper around it, nothing out of the ordinary. Now, these are used because I didn't buy brand new for a test bench. Now we'll go through the CPU first. Obviously the CPU is in its holder, as you can tell by that. It's a Ryzen 7, but this is quite an old chip now. I mean, 2018 release, but this is a Ryzen 7, I don't know if you can see it, the Ryzen 7 2700X, which is obviously second gen Ryzen, still AM4. I only went with that chip because my main rig that is currently there, that is an Intel PC. That's just got a 10505 in it at the minute. So I thought I'd go AMD for the test bench. Never used an AMD chip before. I've got an RX 6800 in the PC over there, so I thought we'd do that. So obviously the chip itself is, like I said, a Ryzen 7 2700X. It's an 8-core 16-thread chip. Runs at, I think it's 3.8 or 3.9 gigahertz, like base clock. I've seen a few videos from like reputable overclockers that say it can hit roughly a 4.4, 4.5 sort of overclock. And then the motherboard we got to go with it, like I said, because it's used, isn't actually a B550, because you're not going to overclock on a B SKU motherboard. So the motherboard is actually, if I can do this one-handed, I'm guessing whoever sold this to GPUs just didn't have the box for this motherboard. But, and you might have to give me a second here, and then we will just lean you up against this random graphics card. This board is a pain in the arse to get out of what it is apparently, but let's put that back in, and we will sit it on top and show everybody what we bought. So, that's better. Let's put it there. Right, so we bought an ASUS ROG Strix X470, with obviously, like I said, the idea of overclocking. I know this isn't a relatively, like, it's not a new motherboard. It's not ancient either, obviously. But yeah, like I said, it came in a different box, but like, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, what box it came in. The condition of it's actually really nice. It's really clean. It looks almost brand new. I really like this that ASUS did with that, the way it's like, the way it changes colour under the light. I quite like that. The only thing I kind of wish this motherboard had is a bit more RGB than just this logo and this strip up here, but mess, whatever. Some people are into unicorn puke, some people aren't. So yeah, it's from the reviews I've seen of this motherboard anyway, it's a relatively capable motherboard. Obviously you've got your 4 DIMM slots for your RAM. I think this board supports up to 64 gig at 3600 megahertz. And then you've got your two metal PCIe Gen 4x16 lanes. I think that is a PCIe Gen 3x8. It might be a Gen 3x16. I don't really use it for anything. Obviously you've got all your headers down here, and then ASUS use this, if it will focus, ASUS use this Supreme FX for their audio, which is apparently really good, so I've heard, but I don't know. You've obviously got an M.2 slot here, and there's obviously one under this heat shield, or heat sink, whatever here. Obviously all your power delivery up here. Your 2 whacking heat sinks, because there's the heat sink in this underneath, and then your heat sink here for all your VRMs and stuff like that. It comes with 6 SATA ports for, well, SATA SSDs I suppose, because no one uses mechanical hard drives anymore. You have got an ARGB header here, an RGB header there. There is another one up here, and then you've got your other, obviously, various fan headers, your front panel connectors, your 24 pin, there's an 8 pin up there for the CPU power. But yeah, it's a decent looking board. I think it still holds up as a good looking board even nowadays for a sort of not high end but not really mid range kind of board. Yeah, it's not bad. Now I paid in pound, obviously, because I'm from the UK. I paid £100 for this board. I don't actually know what these were when they were brand new. I know the Ryzen 7 2700X, believe it or not, I know it's like came out in 2018, so it's like a 6-year-old chip now. But I paid $44.99 for that chip. Now when they were new, they were £330 chips. So I don't think it's a bad deal. The guy Max from GPUsed, he swears they will beat every like big company on cost and value, like trade-ins, everything. So like versus CEX and places like that. And I did do a comparison. Obviously CEX don't sell motherboards, but that Ryzen 2700, like I said, I paid $44.99 for that, and in CEX they're $55. So he is £10 cheaper, which is nice. That's in the motherboard. If we move back over to the I/O, you've obviously got PS2 port for some reason, because like anyone uses a PS2 port. You got your Ethernet, you got your SP diff, you got various audio line in, line out, so on and so forth. You have display port, which is great, your HDMI, your, like I said, your Ethernet, your Type-C, and then you've obviously got your, I don't know, what are they, USB 3.2 Gen 1s or whatever, and 3.2 Gen 2s or something like that, I don't know, I'm not sure. I am relatively new to the PC game. I'm not like a PC virgin, but I did build that system over there that I use. But like I said, this is just for using on a test bench. For now, when I build this test bench, which I will be doing in another video, it will obviously be going on this like open air chassis there. I'm just going to be using that GPU for now, which is just a gigabyte Aorus 1060. That's a 6 gig 1060 though, not the garbage little 3 gig one. Obviously that chip, this board, and then I do have an AI hoe here for overclocking that chip. So yeah, I would just thought I would do a first video, show you what it's like to order from GPUs. If you're from the UK and you want to order as well from them, I will show you their card actually quickly. Let me just push this board back a little bit, put it here and show you. So that is GPUs there. So yeah, they are worth doing. As I said, the owner's name's Max. It's the contact number there if you're from the UK, and like he says there, they'll beat CEX's quote every time, offering 5 to 30% more. So yeah, they're really good. In regards to postage, I ordered, and today is, I mean, I'm recording this in the middle of the night, but today's technically Saturday. I ordered it 5 AM Thursday morning. There was a little bit of a mix-up, but the mix-up was my fault. Max got it sorted really quickly. It was out for postage that day. It literally arrived 6 PM Saturday, so Thursday to Saturday, and it arrived for an extra £2.99. You can't complain. And then you get a 30-day warranty on any part, so if you get it, obviously anything goes wrong, anything blows up, whatever, you just let Max know, return it, all should be good. So I think we will end this video here. Like I said, first video. The next one will probably be showing the test bench and doing a few tests with it. Maybe a light overclocking, something like that. But yeah, for now guys, take it easy. I'll catch you next time.